It is good. It is good. Words that God said just before evening. Then it was evening, and now God has gifted us with a brand new day. This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine Williams Foster Hall Harvey Brown Fontaine Turner Hill Holt McCain Cash Matthew chapter 21 verses 1 through 11, the triumphal entry. As they approached Jerusalem and came to Bethphage on the Mount of Olives, Jesus sent two disciples, saying to them, "Go to the village ahead of you, and at once you will find a donkey tied there with her colt by her. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, tell him that the Lord needs them, and he will send them right away." This took place to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet. "Say to the daughter of Zion, see, your king comes to you, gentle and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey." The disciples went and did as Jesus had instructed them. They brought the donkey and the colt, placed their cloaks on them, and Jesus sat on them. A very large crowd spread their cloaks on the road, while others cut branches from the trees and spread them on the road. The crowds that went ahead of him and those that followed shouted, "Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest!" When Jesus entered Jerusalem, the whole city was stirred and asked, "Who is this? Who is this?" The crowds answered, "This is Jesus, the prophet from Nazareth in Galilee." This is Jesus. This is Jesus. And so, as we prepare to go out into the city, wherever it is you are, whether you're going to leave home and go to a different city or stay at home and go into the city at home, embraced within the palms of my prayers is your front team. Your front team. God is not going to send you into any situation without having prepared that place or any place for you, so that when you get to that place of destination where God has sent you, God has already set it up for you. So front team, set up so you can hold your head high and humble and walk into any place that God has sent you, knowing that God has been there already and set the place up for you. Your front team, God and the angels. God and the angels. And God within will be there for you as well. God ain't going to send you someplace and just leave you stranded. He's going to set it up for you before you even get there. So, embraced here within the palms of my prayers all day long, front team and set up. Front team and set up. So when I walk out of my door and go into the city, where it is I believe that God has ordained for me to go on this day, whatever the situation, I am confident that my front team, which consists of God and the angels, have already been there and set the place up for me. So I'm ready to go on out and do what God wants me to do, as I know that you are too. So that just before evening, yes, just before evening, we will hear God say, "It is good," because our front team had already set it up for us all day long. So no matter what time we arrived in the city, it had already been set up for us by our front team, our front team. So get on up, go on out, do what you gotta do, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you but you, because it is what it is. And we know exactly what it is. It's a setup. It's a setup, and it has not been set up by them other folk. They have their own way of setting things up, but we know who set it up for us. It is what it is. Have a great time today. This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine Williams Foster Hall Harvey Brown Fontaine Turner Hill Holt McCain Cash. It is what it is. It's already set up by our front team.